You started your playlist over?
Yeah. That's what you said.
Hello, everybody.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's another edition of Mission Mindset. We're excited to be back. We have a great topic tonight, and it's how to overcome insecurities and fear.
Yes.
Something that we kind of talk about throughout, like some of our lives, but we just want to go a little deeper tonight. And sometimes we all need to be reminded of these things and how to let go of fear. What's up, Stacey? Join in, everyone join in. For those who don't know who we are, I'm Quan Grant.
I'm Marisol, Credle.
And again, this is Mission Mindset. This is our little platform that we like to use to inspire other people to use the power of your mind and to shift your mind to be the person that you want to be. Because as the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So why not think you're great so you can be great? Right? So
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on with my life. They might have.
Oh, there it goes. So that's why we came on this week, and we're sharing this topic. It's a part of our family relationship series that we started.
Yes.
We start off with breaking family cycles and generational curses to when the enemy attacks. To last week, we talked about, what did we talk about last week? We always forget like one of the titles because we talk about so many different things. Changing the tone in the home.
Yeah.
So
The
those
words
were
have
our
power.
3 that we started with, and now today is how to overcome these fears and insecurities that you may have. Going through these family shifts and, just trying to figure out who you are,
Yeah.
learn who you are, and make some changes in your life. So I hope you all had a great weekend
Word. Same here.
and that everything is going well and your guys are, just making it happen for yourself, taking it day by day.
Word. So we have a great topic for you guys. Another great topic, again, is how to overcome insecurities. And if you guys can hear us, just give us some hearts, some thumbs up or something, just to let us know the music is not too loud. We're not talking too low. Make sure all the devices are going. We got about 3 devices going.
Yeah, so just give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, or give us some hearts or likes if you can hear us well and the music is not kind of overpowering us. Let us know by giving us some hearts or likes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can hear us well.
Good.
So aren't you guys excited? How to overcome fear and insecurities, right? That's what we're going to be going over because we feel this is so important.
So important.
We always battle every day of our lives trying to figure out, what are we going to do next? Hi, Shasha.
What's up, Shonda?
What we're going to do next in our lives, why, we feel stuck in situations we can't get past and seem to have blockages in our lives, limiting beliefs about ourselves and what we're capable of, all this stuff. So let's just start trying to put the pieces together.
Yeah, and a lot of times all that stems from fear and insecurities, but today we're going to break it, any residue of fear. We're going to let it go.
Let it all go.
Yes, we don't want no parts of it. You know what I mean? And as I grow older and more mature,
you're gonna be calm and I'm gonna be high.
No. As I grow older,
You gotta set the tone.
as I grow older, I just realize I want to be my greatest self, and I want to anything that's blocking me from doing that. Like it has to go. Whether it's people, whether it's myself, whether it's fear, insecurities, whatever it is, we gotta let it go.
And we gotta let go of things. I know a lot of you are probably realizing like you're going through this season of changes and you're feeling a lot of triggers from family members, friends, and you're like, what is going on? Like, why am I going through all of this? Why is this happening? But you're going through like a little growth spurt. So now we're gonna go over some things. So we're gonna start off. There's no particular order. We didn't really put them in order.
Right.
But we just feel like all of these are like pretty cool points to like help you overcome these things, or at least get through it.
Yeah.
So the first tip that we put down was knowing who you are, knowing your identity and discovering who you are, your purpose, and that is very major because once you know who you are and you identify, with your higher self and you're connecting with that person, a lot of these fears and insecurities will cease to exist in your life. They'll be very minimal, you know. You'll still feel fear, but it doesn't overpower your life and the choices that you make for yourself.
Right.
So I would say start there. And the way that I remember, you know, discovering my identity was, you know, through God.
Yeah.
Opening my life up and saying, you know, surrendering to this higher power, knowing that I can't do all this on my own, that something had to guide my life. Something had to help me make shifts and to learn more and discover that I am powerful, that I do have power over my life, that I am more than a conqueror, that I am an overcomer, that I could get through things, and loving myself and knowing who I am and knowing my identity. And God, through God, that was the biggest connection to help me figure that out in my life. And I know in Quan's life as well. So we can say like that could be something that could be like the first thing that could really help you, or at least one of these things on our list that can help you overcome your fear and insecurities.
Yeah. Knowing realizing how powerful I am, and how much thought and creativity went into creating me, and how God instilled so much value in gifts and talents and just so much inside of me is what caused me to realize that, hey, there's more to me than what I see myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be fearful. I don't have to be intimidated by others. I don't have to want what others have. When you realize just how much love and thought went into creating you, that's where I think my confidence came from. And that's where I became more secure with who I am as God began to reveal those things to me. So I'm grateful for those moments. God was definitely the one that, you know, revealed to me who I am, but also looking deep within myself and just saying, you know, like I said, just seeing how powerful we are, you know what I mean? It just causes a shift in your thinking, you know what I mean?
And seeking that out too. You have to, if you want to discover who you are, you have to seek it out.
Yeah.
You want to know. So you do things that would, you know, reveal something to you.
Right.
Whether it's, you know, going to a workshop,
starting
you know,
a business,
talking to someone, a spiritual person or a friend, or going, you know, outside of your comfort zone. Because you have to take action. You got to go towards that thing,
That's
you know,
so true.
to discover more about yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not going to discover anything if you're just sitting there.
That's
home.
so true. Stepping out of my comfort zone is definitely what helped me to, you know, realize my strengths, my weakness, where I still need help in, what areas, you know, I struggle in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would never discover those things if we don't step out on faith and really try to try new things.
Yeah, it's all about stepping out and trying new things.
Yeah. But fear will have you so crippled that you don't want to do those things.
You get so comfortable in your state and in your mind and your well-being that you think like, this is it.
Right.
This is it. This is my life. This is it. What else is there? And then you get depressed, and then you keep recycling the same thoughts, same patterns, same, you know, things that going on in your life that's making you feel this way, and you keep getting the same results because you keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not until you step outside of that circle that you created, that little life cycle circle that you created for yourself, is when you actually taste something different, you know, smell something different, hear, you know, see. And then all your senses are heightened, and you're discovering different parts and aspects about yourself. Like, whoa, this feels scary, but it's causing you to stretch. It's causing you to reach a little further and realize that you do have potential to do things. It's up to you, though. You have to take that step to do those things for yourself.
Exactly. And once you start tackling these things that you were once afraid of, it just builds your confidence even more. You know what I mean? And you become more and more open to challenging yourself and to trying new things. You know?
Shan said that's a word.
It's true. You preach so.
And so that's like our first
step.
How to overcome your fear and insecurity. Know who you are. You want to read the second one?
The second one is love yourself and self-care. Something you definitely want to take time to do. I believe love casts out all fear. You know what I mean? So once you love yourself, you spend time with yourself, you allow God to lead your life and to center you. That's when I don't know, that's when you start becoming who you were supposed to be.
Yeah, you start blossoming.
Yeah, you start growing, you know what I mean?
So we have down here, focus on your needs.
Right.
Don't look for validation. And also disconnect from codependency relationships.
Yeah, that's important.
Some of those relationships we don't realize that we're being codependent.
So needy.
You know, we're very needy.
Right.
It's filling a lot of voids within ourselves because we think, okay, I'm not going to do this. You know why? It's scary to do that, but you know, I got this over here, or I got this over here, so I'm gonna stay over here and keep, you know, fostering those relationships that are not conducive to your growth.
Exactly. You know, so many times we rely on people to validate us, and we have to stop doing that. You know what I mean? You don't need people's approval or validation.
Yeah.
I know for me, I just really want to be pleasing to God. I want my life to to be pleasing to God. I want Him to be happy and glorified with everything I do. I want to be proud of myself. I want to do things that line up with my values and my motives or my morals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just be my best self, you know what I mean? And not always look for people, because people will put their own fears on you, you know what I mean? And then have you second guessing yourself. And, it's not worth it.
And that's just another thing, you know, if someone's fearful, it sparks something up in us, so we have to recognize that within ourselves. Why am I feeling this person? Why am I feeling fear just because that person's feeling fear?
Exactly.
But I'm not even scared of this situation. So you got to learn how to disconnect sometimes from people and not take on everything that's around you.
Yeah, and that's why you have to be mindful of your circle and your surroundings. You know what I mean? If you're trying to grow and be a stronger, fearless person, you want to hang around and be connected to like-minded people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you're hanging around a bunch of people that say, well, I don't know if you should do that, or that's too much, or maybe you shouldn't start that business because you know it's going to require a lot, and I don't know if you don't want to be around that type of energy. So surround yourself with like-minded people, and I think that's where we kind of draw strength from each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be around some strong, go-getter type of people, you know what I mean, that are doing things. Exactly.
Yeah. It's not afraid to challenge you and push you.
And then check you sometimes. You need people that are, you know, willing to check you and say, you know what, no. You don't need to operate in fear. You're being fearful. You're being timid. Like, go for it. You know, you need people in your corner like that.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up, Brad? I see you up there. Who else we got up here?
We got Stacy and Shasha.
Nice, our faithfuls.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
So give us some hearts and likes if you agree with what we just said.
Right. Or connect with
I'm in you trying to conquer some of your fears and push through.
Who's gonna check me, boo? Really?
Shanshan says that. Who's gonna check me, boo?
No, sometimes we need to be checked for sure.
Yes. Stacy says so true.
Yeah.
Hey Stacy, how you doing over there? What do you think about, you know, what we were just saying? Do you agree with us? Give us some hearts.
Yeah.
If you agree
and what are
with
some
that.
fears maybe that you guys are trying to overcome? Don't be afraid to acknowledge them.
Fear is good. We need fear in our life. We need challenges in our life. We need all that in order to propel forward, to like gain some strength.
Right.
So it's not all bad. Fear is good. It's good to feel it.
Absolutely.
You just got to push through it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it like cripple you and keep you in that position. It's put there so you can get strength and go through.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you feel.
And remember, God did not give us the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. So anything contrary to that, or to, you know, anything that's not from God, I really don't want it to be a part of me. If God says I'm above and I'm not beneath, I'm the lender and not the borrower, or if I'm, you know, more than a conqueror, or I'm powerful, and you know what I mean, fearfully and wonderfully made, those are things I want to believe. You know what I mean? And those are things I want to, you know,
keep in your mind.
Exactly.
Yes.
Keep in your mind.
And meditate on. So we kind of went over this next point of see yourself as God sees you. So we
that's
kinda,
what I was pretty much.
Yeah, he just kind of went over it and said that.
Yeah.
Recognize your beauty, the love you possess, your gifts that you have, the purpose of your life. You know.
Can I just say something about gifts?
Sure.
I think when you operate in your gift, and your creativity. I feel like that fuels you and that gives you power as well. And I'm realizing because for a long time, we're gonna get to you, Stacey, because we don't want to that. But I realized that as I started being more creative and going back to writing and planning and doing things that I enjoy doing, I feel like that helped me a lot with growth and overcoming fear. Once you realize your power, your gift is, I believe, your power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Once you tap into that, I believe you'll start, being a little bit more fearless.
Yeah, because no one has what you have.
Yeah.
Everyone is unique.
Yeah.
So there's someone out there that will benefit from what you have that no one else could give.
And we don't see it like that sometimes.
I know, we don't.
It's just like, I don't know what my gifts are. I'm not talented. We all have gifts.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of paying attention to yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And tapping into who you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we have social media, we have all these other things and all these other voices that we use or we listen to kind of validate our life that we don't even realize our strengths, what I mean, and the things that we're capable of doing because we're directed and guided by so many false, identities or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's so true. And we don't need to compare ourselves to other people.
And that's what we do.
Measure ourselves up against what's going on in the world because that's what sidetracks us. That's what questions. Right. We question ourselves and what we're put here for. And like, maybe I'm not supposed to do this because all these other people are doing something similar and they're doing it so well. They look so good doing it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, you got to look at you and realize that there's no other you.
Right.
And that's what's great.
Right.
All right, so we're going to get to Stacey's question. She says, question, what happens when you show up to work and your supervisor constantly tells you that you are confident?
You are not? You are confident?
Wait, Stacey, do you mean that they're telling you that you are confident? What happens when you show up to work and your supervisor constantly tells you that you are confident? Do you mean you are not confident or are they saying that you're confident?
Yeah.
Just clarify that for us so we know what you mean. So we just went over know who you are, like discovering yourself, loving yourself and self-care, taking care of yourself, and see yourself as God, how God sees you. Beautifully and wonderfully made. Not confident. Okay.
Not confident, yeah.
When you show up to work and your supervisor is telling you that you are not confident, I don't think that's very professional for your supervisor to say that to you, to say that you're not confident. I think the best way they could have had a conversation with you if they felt like you weren't being confident and they could see you, being more than what you're doing or whatever. Maybe they should have played off more of what strengths you have and maybe say to do more of that. But if you're showing up and that's what they're saying to you, I think maybe addressing that with conversation would help shift that whole thing because I know showing up to a place like that and you're trying to work and then you're hearing from the person that's supervising you that you're not confident and it kind of makes you feel less confident and more like you don't know what you're doing or you're not doing your job well or there's something that you're not doing right,
Right.
You're just not measuring up enough. You're not good enough for this. So that can make you feel bad. So I think the best thing is to one, do not internalize what that person is saying about you. Don't let it put you down. Just know that you just keep telling yourself that you are confident and you are powerful and you are beautiful. Just make sure that you don't take what they said and make it, a negative situation for yourself.
Yeah.
But also, I think, too, you should have a conversation with your supervisor and, let them know, like, when you say that I'm not confident, it makes me feel like this. And, if there's something that I could do better or improve, perform better in a certain area, can we go over that together? Because I want to perform better in this area. But, telling me that I'm not confident, it doesn't really help me to be the best that I could be. Yeah. I think that'd be a good way too.
Yeah, definitely maybe you should have that conversation with your supervisor. But also, just try to just be, if maybe you are being timid on the job or not performing at your best, the best of your ability. Maybe it's something you should just look into. Maybe there's something you could do better to perform. I don't think they probably should have said that. Probably wasn't the best word to use.
But it's a way to challenge you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just challenge yourself to be even better on your job. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I wouldn't take it as like a bad thing.
No. Don't turn into a negative thing for yourself. Yeah. Show up, be more confident, and show this person, like, I got this.
Right,
I know what I'm doing.
And don't do it for your supervisor. Do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself, exactly.
Why not be confident?
Does that help you, or let us know if that was something that helped you?
Yeah, let us know. We're going to move on to the next point while we wait for that.
Yeah.
Number 4.
So number 4 is take risks. Take chances in life. And we kind of touched on that about stepping outside of your comfort zone. And just realizing that, growth never comes from comfortability.
Yeah.
And taking a risk is not all that bad. It's just something that you really could learn a lot about you.
Yeah.
And it's one step closer to being closer to your higher self, to your best life that you want to live. Just think of it that way, like you're one step closer to that person.
Right, absolutely. And I would say this, with me, like I recently, a couple months ago, started a new job, but for the longest, I got so comfortable on my previous job that I just was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just work this job and just make it work, even though it wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't stretching me. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I didn't feel creative. I didn't feel like I was being challenged at work. And I feel like whatever I do, I want to be challenged. It should make me better. My relationship should make me better. Friendships, family, my church, everything should be pushing me to be better. My job, I feel like everything is something I should be learning from or growing from. And I got just really comfortable on that job, you know what I mean? Just getting by and just like mediocrity, you know what I mean? But when I took that leap of faith to, branch out and do exactly what I wanted to do and stop listening to the voices that were saying like, oh, well, maybe it's too late for you to, step out and try. You're getting too old. Maybe you should just, just dumb stuff, you know what I mean? But maybe you're not going to do well on the job. But when I took that leap of faith and I was just like, I'm going to go for it, I tracked my own self by how well I'm performing on my job. And I would have never known that if I didn't take the risk. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that revealed like another strength inside of me that I didn't even know I had. You know what I mean? So now, I don't know, it just pushed.
You're just taking that.
Yeah. And like that one opportunity pushed me to want to even do more. Like now I want to start my own business. Now I want to, branch out, from my job and just take on other challenges because now I'm seeing what I'm capable of. But had I not taken that risk.
Had he not taken that risk.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I could still be stuck in that like standstill position. Yeah. What's up, Mom? Hey, Mom. So, taking risks is very important.
It's good.
Take a chance.
It's always good.
Yeah.
That story was a great testimony to just prove to you that no matter where you are in life, no matter your age, no matter your circumstances, don't allow any of those things to hinder you. Yeah. Don't use that as an excuse to not show up or do something different.
Right. And now I'm making more money.
Show up for yourself.
Not to brag, you know what I mean? But like sometimes we want more, but we don't want to branch out and do more. You know what I mean? So it's just like we have all these dreams. I want this. I want a car. I want a family. I want a house. I want this. But we don't want to work for it. So you gotta. Or
you want to work for it, but you're just selling yourself. You want to work for it. You want this. You want that, but you're not taking any steps.
Exactly.
I was like, how do I start? Where do I start? You just start.
Right, just start. Go for it.
Just do one thing, two things, one thing a day. Anything.
Exactly.
Anything is progress.
Absolutely.
Towards that person that you want to become.
Word. Number 5.
We already said that.
On it, yeah.
which was step out of comfort. Number 6, accept you and all your flaws, all your strengths and all your weaknesses. So acceptance is a big piece as well.
So Dasha,
in your life.
right.
When you can accept things for the way they are, who you are, loving all of you, flaws and all. I feel like that is a strength, you know, to be able to even do that.
Right.
Because when you love you and you accept all of you, who can put you down?
Exactly.
You know, who can block you?
Who can
make
judge
you? Who can
for
judge you? Who can say anything to you? Because you already know, like, this is me.
Yeah.
I love me.
Yeah.
You might not love me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
And when you really love yourself, it's not much that someone can say to really tear you down and distract you or pull you away from that. You know, once you have a solid idea of who you are, you know what I mean? People can't say, "Oh, you're a bum." You know what I mean? You're this, you're that, because it's just like, I know I'm above that. Yeah. I know what God says about me. I know my strength. I challenge myself. I know what I'm capable of doing.
And that's just something, you shining like that and you glowing and you're being, you know, you're vibrating in a higher level because you're loving yourself and all your flaws and accepting yourself. When somebody comes in the presence of you, they feel that. And sometimes they feel intimidated, or it might trigger something within themselves because they're coming from a lack place. Maybe they're not loving themselves that way. Maybe they don't understand it. They're like, this is too scary.
Right. And when you know who you are, you kind of sense that and you realize that. And that's why you're not easily offended by every little word that people say, because you know that place of lack they're coming from, because you were once there.
Yeah, and just have compassion for people when you're in those areas.
Wow. She said,
Shonda
said, this is good.
And I experienced this today. Lit. Yay!
Word. So it's true.
But yeah, you gotta stay on top of your game. And don't allow things to dim your light. Stop dimming your light.
Yeah.
That is not something that we were put on this earth to do, was dim our lights. We are light bearers. Like, we are supposed to have light coming through us. It has to shine through us. It comes from God, hits us, burst through us, so other people could get light on them. So our light burst through that person, just like all over.
Yeah. When our light is dim, we're not effective to those other people that are watching us.
We can't blend in with the majority. We gotta overcome that. We gotta go up another level.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Shonda said, I like it, but then I wonder if I should apologize after. We apologize.
I know she means when you feel like you're vibrating high and you're loving yourself and a person feels insecure around you. I think that's what you're... Make sure that's what you mean. But sometimes you do feel that. You do feel... Sometimes you're in those situations where you feel very comfortable with yourself and you're loving yourself, and you get around people that don't. And then their insecurity, that's why you gotta stay strong. Yeah. But it still does... It kind of does affect you a little bit if you allow it to. Because you're looking at them and they're making you feel insecure, and you start questioning yourself. Well, damn, should I
do too much? Should
I tone it down a bit? Right. Should I not be happy about my life and about my, what God has gifted me with? Yeah. Should I not have gratitude right now? Should I not feel fresh? I'm like, I deserve this. I work hard. Like, should I not feel that? Right. And that's what we're saying. Like, don't ever question that. Don't ever dim your light. You should always stay in that, but also have compassion for other people. I'm like, you can do it too. Like, God is going to, prepare it for you. You just got to step out on faith, Yeah. Like, give them a little confidence.
Yeah. I wasn't used
to it. Right. Yep. So, I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And there's a difference between being confident and arrogant. You don't want to be arrogant.
And you don't want to boast. Yeah. It's all about humility. You got to stay humble. Stay humble and just know that as fast as you can receive something, you can lose it.
That's so true.
So that's why people sometimes, they get in over their head and they think too much and too proud and too excited and all this other stuff, and they don't realize, like, humility. Be grateful for this. Be like, oh my God, I don't deserve this. Thank you, God. Thank you. I'm going to just keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep learning. I'm not going to act like I'm above anybody else, because I'm not above anybody else. Everybody has the same advantage to get to that place within themselves, This is you. You're in your own little court. So you just got to honor these situations that come in your life and respect it and be humble and love and give and be compassionate. Don't forget about those things.
Yeah.
So that's true. Like, don't be arrogant. Like, don't be so boastful and all that stuff.
Right.
That's not becoming. That's not who God
and
needs
that's
you
not
to
love.
be. That's not love.
That's
it's coming
opposite.
from a place of like you're still lacking when I feel like you're still lacking when you do that because you feel like you got a showboat because there's still something within you that's still insecure within yourself. So, but when a person is secure, they don't have to say nothing.
That's right.
People just feel their energy. They feel it. They see it. And they're like wondering, like, wow, even their reaction may be different. They're like, wow, look at this person. Like, they're so awesome. And they get inspired.
True.
But the opposite happens when you go out and thinking you're better than people, and then people start getting jealous or whispering or talking about you.
Who can grow from that? Who can glean from that? Who can benefit from that? You know what I mean?
No, it's not. It's not really good.
No. But
you will grow. You will grow from that because you will definitely learn. Can you be too humble?
I don't think you can be too humble, but then
you don't want to like lose your power. Because I think there's sometimes when people could feel like, no, it's okay, you can do that, and just allow people to do anything to them. We're saying like you're in this state where you're confident. You love yourself completely and wholly. Even when you love yourself completely, you're still not going to allow people to take advantage of you, use you, disrespect you, and all that stuff.
Right.
So
don't get that confused with being humble.
Don't get that confused with being humble. Humble is just a state of mind of like gratitude, humility, just like I'm staying in appreciation for this moment.
Yeah.
I'm grounded, yes. I'm honoring God. I'm doing God's will.
Yeah.
So I'm forever, indebted to God, And that's my mission. That's part of my life. But I still love myself, and I still know what I should say yes to and what I should say no to. It's not about going around pleasing everybody. Because when you're doing that, you're still not loving yourself.
You're not.
You're still imbalanced.
Yep.
Sean says, yes, people will walk on you if you're humble, but not true to yourself.
Yeah.
They will attempt to, but as long as you stay true to yourself and recognize, like, hey, I may be in this place where I am, I love myself, but I'm not in a place where I'm going to have you disrespect me.
Exactly.
I'm still going to be true to myself.
Yeah.
I could be humble and true to myself and authentic.
Yeah. And I'm learning to be humble, true to yourself, and still not allow people to bring you out of character. You know what I mean? So I think that's a big key to being true to yourself. If you know those are things that you don't want to be associated with, as far as allowing people to, have you cursing them out or acting in a way that you shouldn't be acting, like you want to definitely keep that in check. Yeah. And trust me, I was testing on my job a couple weeks ago, but it reminded me that I still need work in that area because I would almost halfway cut somebody up.
Yeah, you don't want to take it there.
Right. So you have to remain humble, but be true to yourself. And I like what you have, or what we have on the notes is like your purpose is bigger than yourself. Your life and your purpose is bigger than that, bigger than you, or bigger than what people think.
Yeah, definitely. Your life and your purpose, what you're put on this earth for, is bigger than anything that you see on social media, what you see in the news, what your family thinks of you, what opinions they have, your situations that you got yourself into, anything. It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
It supersedes all of it.
Yeah.
Wipes it all out. Doesn't even matter.
Right. And if you have air in your lungs, you have purpose. And a lot of people don't want to believe that they have purpose because of the condition of their life or where they are right now. But this is not forever. You know what I mean? And sometimes we're in our own way. Sometimes things are happening to us because there's something we need to learn from that situation. Not that God is picking on you. You know what I mean? But he may be trying to open your eyes to see to show you yourself and what you could possibly be working on.
Yeah, and actually grow from.
Yeah. Number 8.
Yeah, number 8 says, allow love to cast out all fear, which we kind of went over because, love is the opposite of fear. So
You need love.
You need love.
Right?
Definitely need love. And loving yourself is the key.
Yeah.
And we all struggle with that at times because obviously we have all this stuff around us that makes us question whether we're good enough all the time. We question, am I good enough for this? Am I good enough for this person? Am I good enough for this job? Am I good enough to become this person? Am I good enough for, it's just all this stuff.
You are enough.
And you are enough. You have it all.
And you have to believe that.
Yes.
You are enough. Seriously.
You definitely are enough.
You don't have to want, you don't have to, aspire to be like someone else. You are enough. I promise you, if you tap into those things, allow God to direct you. You know what I mean? Allow God to show you, and just ride out the process and not try to rush anything and not try to instantly become like this, great human beings who walk to earth that don't need any help from anyone. Allow God to walk you through. Take heed to the people that He allowed to, come in your life. Educate yourself. You know what I mean? Learn, like we were saying earlier, learn your strengths and your weaknesses. Accept those flaws. Accept those things you can't change. Work on the things that you can. And allow yourself to just blossom. You know what I mean? And just enjoy the process. You know what I mean? Don't rush life. Appreciate time. Don't waste time.
And don't waste time staying stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Live in the moment. Step out. Do something different.
Yeah.
Live. Feel. Be exhilarated.
That's a whole...
Life is a gift. Like, this is a gift.
So true.
It's so wonderful. All the things we miss out on because we stay thinking all the negative things that play out in our lives. We're still thinking about our childhood. We're still thinking about all the people that hurt us. What we don't have. What we wish we had. What, and it's like...
living. That's so good, man. That's a word. And I've been telling myself, like, this is my season to live. You know what I mean? Because the enemy tries to play, like, put little thoughts in your head, like, what if this happened? What if this... Like, I'm learning to be present, to live with gratitude, just be present and appreciative for what I have, where I am right now in my life. And like you said, life is a gift. And I'm just trying to live, man. And just, just be present and be in the moment and appreciate what God is doing in my life.
Yes.
And trust Him.
Trust Him.
With the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God does not lie.
He doesn't. He has plans for us to give us hope in the future.
She said, I'm in a rush. I'm already 25. Time is ticking.
What?
She said, right. Yes, cute.
No, I'm just speaking from my heart. You silly. Time is ticking, but guess what? God is time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
it's
like
infinite
things that we feel like we're missing out on, God can so restore when it feel like you had it 25 years ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like God can He has the ability to do that. Things that we think we're missing out on.
No time went by.
Seriously.
You haven't missed anything. Like, this was the time. Bam.
Exactly.
You just made a decision right then and there to say, God,
so true.
Use me. I'm
so
ready.
True. So
just
true.
do that and see what happens. Life opens up for you.
And we think it takes God like forever in a day. No, it takes us. Forever in the day.
He's waiting on us.
Exactly. So the moment we like really surrender and allow God to do it,
what the locusts have eaten.
That's so church, yo. So true. Yeah.
Maurice, how are you? No,
but yeah, God, if you place your life before God, like He'll do it for you.
God opens doors.
And you'll feel like
that no man can shut.
You didn't miss out on anything.
You're not missing out.
Word.
But we could prolong our blessings because we stay stuck in our head all the time.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying. You got to step out on faith, be confident in yourself, believe, and everything that you can do and you can achieve.
And just speak over yourself.
Yeah.
And add faith to those words, that you're speaking over yourself. Get cue cards, write things down, you know, to clear things over your life in the morning. Start your day with the right mindset and just, man, like you said, live. Like, life is a gift. Like, that blessed me tonight.
Aw.
I needed that. It was just like a confirmation. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes we need to hear things every day. Sometimes.
Just live, man. God, Jesus came that we may have life and have it abundantly. You know what I mean? I'm ready to live abundantly. You know, whatever He has.
We cannot go from a place of lack anymore because we don't lack anything.
We don't.
And we're not.
Society
we're not slaves.
Yeah.
And we have to release that slave mentality and thinking that we're abandoned, you know, little orphan spirits running around Earth, thinking that we have no purpose, no life, no, you know, we're worthless. We don't love ourselves, and we have no
society,
place.
like society makes us feel like that sometimes, especially being people of color.
Yeah.
But man, God doesn't see that. You know.
We gotta release those shackles from ourselves and free ourselves.
Those old ways of thinking.
My mom says, yes, indeed. How are you guys loving this topic? Give us some hearts, some likes. Let us know.
Yeah, I saw some hearts throughout the live.
Anybody have any questions or comments? Anything they want to share?
Or let us know. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. How many followers we got now on Mission Mindset?
We have over 8,000 followers.
Yes. So our page is growing, it's expanding. Continue to pray for us as this can be a challenge sometimes. You know what I mean? Just to do the live all the time. But with you guys tuning in and being affected by it, and me being able to draw strength from you guys, it's just like keeps me reminded of why we do this. You know what I mean? And your support has been through the roof. So thank you guys. Continue to share this and invite people and your followers to follow our page as well. So we're going to keep doing it until God says stop.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to add like an interview section, like a testimonial thing. We're going to interview some people who wants to share their stories. And we think, you know, sharing your testimony is really powerful and it can help other people heal.
Yeah.
So we're going to add that segment in the future. Marie says, I agree. So many people get hung up on negativity. God came to give us life more abundantly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So true.
That is so true.
And
we live like we lack. And like there's not enough for us out there in the world. So that we have to shift that thinking.
Yes. And
know that we have more.
We serve a God that has more than enough. You know what I mean? So.
And He's given us that same power to recognize that.
So be encouraged, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. Any final thoughts? Any questions or comments?
Like Jerry Springer, final thoughts. Remember he said that? You don't remember the final thoughts at the end?
No.
Oh my God, he's so corny.
Mom gave hearts.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to have this on replay on Instagram for the next 24 hours. But if you ever want to watch any of our replays, you can follow us on youtube.com/Mission Mindset, or you can come to our Facebook page where you can see it. It's going to always be up there.
Yeah.
Stacy says, and please don't forget to end in prayer. It's powerful.
She always say that. Let's pray.
It's powerful.
Right, there we go. Sean said thank you. This was great. Lord God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this time. We thank you for this live. We thank you for those that tuned in. We thank you for the lives that were affected by this. We pray, Lord God, that you will continue to allow us to grow as a community, Lord God. Everyone connected to this live, we pray that added blessing be upon their lives, Lord God, that you will reveal our purpose even the more, Lord God, that we would love ourselves, that we will stay connected to you and allow you to be the center of our lives, Lord God. You have given us dreams, visions. You have instilled so much in us, Lord God, that we don't have to want or desire to be anything but who you created us to be. Allow us to be okay with that. Allow us to be to accept those things. To love ourselves in our flaws and all, Lord God, and to see ourselves as you see us. God, we love you. Help us to love others the way you love us. We thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
She said, good job, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the support. And we'll see you back next week. She said, I love when you speak and pray.
Aw, thank you, Nana.
We'll see you back
God
next week.
God is awesome.
Yes. We thought this was our last topic of the series.
Right.
But we figured out we actually have another topic, and we're going to come back next week. The topic is, did you really forgive? We're going to talk about forgiveness.
Right. That's what
we were thinking about doing it tonight, like do a double thing, but it would be too late.
Too much.
It'll be too
It's
much.
past you guys' bedtime.
Yeah.
Some of us have to work in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're not going to hold you.
We'll come back next week.
Yeah. Then we're going to come back with a whole
Or
another.
we could come back another time during the week. This week.
Maybe. Why not?
Maybe.
We'll
Just
see.
do a random time.
We'll see. We might surprise you guys.
Yeah. So stay tuned and keep watching our page and keep sharing.
Oh, thank you. Mommy
The best host ever. Yes.
We need to have you on because you have a whole story and testimony.
Yeah, she's going to do it. I asked her today.
Did she?
Yes. Stacy, also, I would love to interview you to be on our series as well, to share your story. I think that would be great. So I'll be contacting you guys in the future to set that up.
Yeah, we're not going to be saying that we're doing all the talking.
Yeah, we need other people to come in because we feel like, more than 2 people gathered, right?
Yeah.
Mommy says yes.
Right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good
Peace
night.
out.